Hey, loves, no, you're not imagining it. Your specific person is manifesting you too. Because what you need to realize is you've already manifested your specific person. You've actually already manifested everything that you could ever want or ever need right here and right now. It's already done. And this is why Neville Goddard would talk about or term this idea as the 4D. So we're experiencing or visualizing the 3D, but in the 4D, you've already achieved and created everything that you could ever want. Every possible outcome, every single manifestation. Remember, your I am consciousness is God. So God has already done and created everything. And so this is how you are going to kind of transition or quantum leap to that reality, because it's as easy as just understanding this concept, which I know sounds crazy. But the way I like to imagine it is your specific person right now, because you've already done it, is actually in this alternate timeline reality, which is happening simultaneously right now. You always have access to it. Your specific person in that reality is basically begging you to get into the state because they want to be with you. Your reality wants you to live out these desires, live out these realities. And so, yes, your specific person at this moment is begging for that to occur. So, we just have to basically give into that give into that desire and allow our specific person to be with us, because you are absolutely the prize. Whether you think so or not, you are the prize in this reality and you are meant to have everything you want. But the way I like to imagine it, that makes it so much easier, because we're probably asking, so how do we actually do this? How do we create that outcome? How do I thus manifest? If I've already done it in the 4D, how do I create that as my reality right now? But you almost want to imagine it in the same way the quote of from the Bible Neville Goddard uses, "I'm the vine and ye are the branches," right? That's like a God quote. So think about it in that way, where your entire reality is just a focus of where you're giving your attention. So your attention gives the sap to the vine and to that reality. So in the 4D, you have all of these possibilities, again, including every single possible outcome with you and your specific person. So yes, there's already a reality where you and your specific person have a kid or are married right now. So to think or say that you can't do it is absolutely bizarre. But you want to think about it in the way of those vines, right? Where you're putting your attention, where you're putting your energy is giving that energy to that vine and to that outcome. And so you have the ability and access to every single possible vine or every single possible manifestation. But if we're not fulfilling or allowing our attention, energy, assumptions, and imagination to align with that, then we're not going to see it. And thus, your specific person, in a very obvious sense, is manifesting you right back. They're begging for you to come into that reality, because why wouldn't they be? So, again, redefining that idea that what you want is literally waiting for you. You already have access to it. So, what you can do actually to implement this and to create this reality, because I know right now we may not be fully realizing the outcome that we want, but again, that's okay. It's just an attention that goes with the vine. All we have to do is switch that attention and imagine if it was a vine. So imagine it like a vine with a bunch of kind of outcomes. And you can imagine maybe at the end of each of these vines is your manifestation or a potential manifestation, meaning on one end, you're with your specific person. Following that, you're wealthy beyond imaginability. I don't know. Literally anything that you want is at the end of these vines. Thus, where we draw this sap, so where the tree gives its energy, is going to create and further these outcomes. But the same thing is happening here, because your imagination is controlling the outcome of where you are in the 4D. Right? What you're manifesting here, right here and right now in the 3D. So if your attention is focused and your imagination is on something that you desire, you are thus giving energy, attention, and are basically manifesting or creating that as your reality. And as soon as you kind of fully realize or feel as if that's already kind of created, your reality is going to shift you from where you are to the outcome that you desire. And so you never have to worry about how it's going to happen. That's the beauty of imagination and the beauty of manifestation. You never have to worry about how it's going to happen. You just have to focus on the outcome that you want. And that's something too, I think a lot of people overlook. It seems so obvious, but it's not done in the level of detail that's going to create the passion and energy to kind of push towards that 4D outcome, most people don't actually define their outcome in a way that actually creates that motivation to move towards where they want to go. They usually have the outcome of, oh, I want to be with my specific person, or I want to be married, or I want to be together, or I want to be this, I want to be that. But saying I want to be with my specific person doesn't really create a massive imagination, right? It's the imagination of, okay, so you want to be with your specific person. Why? For what reason? Do we just want the label of being with them? Of course not. We want to live that reality. We want to be in that 4D space where you've already done it. And so when you think about what you want, again, this is the imagination. The only thing we have to focus on is imagination. That's literally end of story, all that you need. If we can focus on that and create, okay, why do you want your specific person? It's going to create the passion and energy that you can use to fuel these vines. But if you're also seeing a reality you don't want, eliminate your attention. You don't have to give your attention to an outcome you don't want. So yes, in our reality, we may not be seeing exactly what we want, but it's just because we're giving energy or sap to a vine that we don't want. So if your specific person isn't texting you the way you want, that's okay. We've just mentally moved into the 4D reality where that's occurring, but to change it is just to eliminate the sap and energy towards that outcome and bring it to another one. Because I know as much as it seems in our reality, we're kind of stuck here, that is not the case at all. You are actively picking out of the 4D exactly what you want. And you have literally, I know I've already said this, but I don't think I could say this enough, that you've literally already done everything. You're already with your specific person. Every single possible outcome that you ever could imagine, you've already done. You've already achieved. You're already married with them. You already have kids with them, right? So the fact that you think or may have thought in the past that it was difficult to be with your specific person is crazy. And this connection is all, again, our imagination. So what do you find your imagination following through the most? What are you thinking about? And if it's not something you want, that's okay. Again, we're just mentally accidentally moving into that 4D where it's not the outcome we want, but that's your choice, right? And your specific person right now is in this alternate, not, I wouldn't even say alternate reality, is in the 4D begging for you to come to them. Like you can almost hear it if you take a moment and really listen. Your specific person literally desiring you right here and right now. That's what they want more than anything. And so why not just give in to that desire and just do that? And all we have to do again is focus specifically on our imagination. And I know this is a very simple idea, but literally we're going back to basics because sometimes we can overindulge in all these ideas, all these thoughts, all these techniques, but really it's your imagination that is creating that. So if you want to even go back to complete basics and do a full Neville Goddard idea, just imagine an outcome that comes immediately following what you desire, whatever that is. And that's your way to that imaginative end. That's your way to that 4D outcome where you're already with your specific person. Just imagine something again that comes immediately following, and then imagine or get into that mindset until it feels absolutely real. And then just continue in that being, because I know there is a lot of information out there that can kind of have us confused. And I even sometimes find myself in this area of looking too much into the 3D or too much at specific things, but really it's your imagination. If you're not drawing from your imagination, it's not going to make sense at all. If you're drawing from your external reality or allowing other people to kind of tell you, oh, but you need to do this, you need to do that in order to create the outcome you want, that's not needed at all. Everything is going to be coming from your imagination, literally end of story. Like you have to worry about what to do, how to do it, where to go, what to think, what to say. All of that's going to come immediately following the bridge of events from your imagination. So take a moment today. That's all you have to contemplate. Nothing, literally nothing else. Also, to really instill this idea of exactly what you want, comment it in the comments. Write down exactly what you are desiring with your specific person. If you made it this far in the video, then I know for a fact you are going to manifest your specific person. But write that down in as much detail as you want. And basically by doing this, you are setting in stone this reality and basically making the promise to yourself that you're jumping to that, you're quantum leaping to that 4-dimensional reality where you're already with your specific person, with kids or literally whatever it is that you want. And then don't forget as well, after you put that comment, leave a thumbs up on this video. If you did have any questions as well, you can comment them down below, but make sure to comment them after what you are stating exactly what you want in your your reality and what you're manifesting. And if you did want to send me a personal message or a personal question or anything like that, or wanted to send me, you didn't want to post your specific manifestation outcome publicly, send it over to me. It's really, really good intention to do this, but you can reach out to me at kyleaugustcoaching.com. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Hopefully this made everything seem so much easier, because truly manifestation is easy and effortless. And so let's make it that way. So again, thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you in my next video.